This is Rosa rugosa Hansa, and this is a rugosa rose, the variety Hansa, obviously. And you can see this strong kind of fuchsia pink flower, double flower for the rugosa variety. Rugosa roses are known for having these deeply veined leaves, this nice bright green color, and being incredibly thorny. Also, one of the easiest carefree roses there are to grow. These are native to China, and so let me get into this. These that you see here are in Vancouver, British Columbia in Canada, and in midsummer. And they are very free blooming from early summer and fall, and just a really lovely rose. Very different from hybrid teas in that the foliage is attractive. You don't have to feed these the way you do hybrid teas, and these are really more of a flowering shrub, and that's how I treat them. So in design, one of the best ways to use these because of their hardiness and their tolerance of coastal conditions. One of the first times I was exposed to these, I had just bought some when I was learning about roses, and then I went to the East Coast in Newport, Rhode Island, and along there they have landscapes that are well over 100 years old, and they use these as a barrier plant in the backyards between these East Coast mansions along the seaside there, and what they call cliff walk, I believe. And so they're really good barrier planting because they're so dense and so thorny and so tolerant of the extreme cold, the snow, and the sea conditions that they're just used that way. So they didn't need any fencing, and there were just hundreds and hundreds of yards of these things used in the way I just described. They're kind of self-cleaning in terms of their petals. You see dead ones there on the flower from the flowers before this one, and they just fall off. And then in the winter, especially, they produce a nice little kind of 1-inch diameter red rose hip and give you some winter color as well. So that's, I think, their cold hardiness, their tolerance of extreme conditions, heat as well as cold, make these very flexible plant and usable in more areas than virtually any other plant. I mean, these are cold tolerant down to minus 60 degrees. These are rated to even be used in Alaska. So pretty durable plant there. And again, this color is a beautiful striking color, and they're so free flowering that they're really hard to beat as flowering shrubs go. Not many plants that bloom that long and are that carefree. So size wise, probably 5 to 6 feet tall and wide is the general spacing that I would use for those, and you can keep them lower to probably 3 feet if you want to, but if they're left alone, they're probably going to get as high as 5 to 6 feet. These will perform best if they have some regular water, but they're tolerant of extended periods without much water once they're established. And they will colonize, by the way, if they're planted on natural rootstocks. So if you're trying to do the barrier planting like I talked about, you want to look for some natural rootstock for these. And that is Rosa rugosa Hansa. Enjoy.